Honorable Court whether you have executed any certification relative to the allowances and benefits received by the Chief Justice in his capacity as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Now, I'm showing to you a cash collection, a certification of cash collection and disbursement division consisting of teka muna. 4 pages, Your Honor, which earlier we have marked as Exhibit 114 for expediency, Your Honor. Will you kindly go over the same and tell us what relation is that with the certification you have issued in connection with the allowances, salaries, and disbursement made in favor of the Chief Justice?
Yes, sir.
Yan po ba?
Opo.
Yan po.
Your Honor, excuse me, may I just make a manifestation? Justice Cuevas manifested that the exhibit was marked. It was, in fact, has not been officially pre-marked, Your Honor.
No, we made a record that we have earlier marked for convenience and expediency. We are now adopting the same marking. We'll make a manifestation to that effect.
The marking you made, your
Counsel, there's no relevance of that. Let the defense do that. Anyway, you're the prosecution. If it will not mark it as exhibit, we will disregard it.
Yes, Your Honor, just to set the record straight.
Don't interrupt so that we will not will not be derailed by all of these details.
Ha? May we request that the certification referred to by the witness in her testimony, Your Honor, be marked as exhibit. First page is Exhibit 114. Second page as Exhibit 115. The third page as Exhibit 116.
What else?
And the last page, Your Honor, as Exhibit 117.
Mark
for the defense, Your Honor.
the documents accordingly.
Markado na? Markado na. Okay. Don't worry. Hello. May we be allowed to proceed, Your Honor?
Proceed. Proceed.
All right.
Counsel.
Now, I noticed that appearing on the last page, more specifically Exhibit 117 for the defense, Your Honor, is a signature over the typewritten name Araceli C. Bayuga, SS Chief, Judicial Staff Officer, Cash Collection Disbursement Division, FMBO. Kindly examine the same and tell us whose signature is that.
This is mine.
Ilakas po ninyo.
Sa akin po itong pirma.
Alright. Now, I also noticed that at the left-hand bottom portion of Exhibit 117 is a signature appearing over and above the typewritten name Corazon G. Ferrer Flores, Deputy Clerk of Court and Chief Fiscal Management and Budget Office. Will you kindly tell the Honorable Court whose signature is that?
This is the signature of my chief, immediate chief,
Namely,
Your Honor. The name, Corazon G. Ferrer Flores.
why do you know that that is the signature of Corazon G. Ferrer Flores?
This is my boss for so many years.
And how many times have you seen here a picture signature similar to this one?
Daily, Your Honor.
Daily. Now, kindly go over Exhibit 114 and tell us about the entries therein appearing, more especially under the item salaries.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sige po. Ano yan?
The salaries for the salaries of Honorable Renato of the Chief Justice for 2002 is 353,045 pesos. For 2003, 485,100. For 2004, 485,100. For 2005, 485,100. 2006, 485,100. For 2007, 508,248.72. For 2008, 627,763.20. For 2009, 645,653.90.
Sige po.
For 2010, 650,447.23. And for 2011, 1,147,301.77, amounting to 5,872,859.82.
All right. Thank you. Kindly go to Exhibit 117, which is the fourth page of this certification. Now, in there is a total amount appearing under yung bang CY calendar year?
Opo.
Oh, calendar year 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011. Now, there appears in here a total amount in the sum of 21,636,781 pesos and 45 centavos. Is that right?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. Now, kindly tell the Honorable Court what is the source of these figures that you have stated in these exhibits, Exhibit 1 to 117. Saan po galing ito, ma?
The nature of payment are the following: salaries, longevity pay, pera, ADCOM, representation allowance and transportation allowance, extraordinary and miscellaneous expense allowance, monthly special allowance under Republic Act 9227, additional cost of living allowance, that is the JDF, productivity incentive benefit, clothing allowance, year-end bonus and cash gift, loyalty cash award, extraordinary and miscellaneous expense allowance from Presidential Electoral Tribunal, monthly expense allowance from Presidential Electoral Tribunal, and fringe benefit and other allowances such as emergency economic assistance, anniversary bonus, productivity enhancement benefit, Christmas cash gift, additional Christmas cash gift, year-end cash gift, fringe benefit, rice allowance, groceries as fringe benefit, additional fringe benefit, Christmas allowance, and pet Christmas allowance.
Now, I direct your attention to the figure reading 21,636,781.45 centavos, which I request your Honor to be marked to be encircled and marked as Exhibit 117-A, Your Honor.
Mark it accordingly.
Where did you get this total amount? Saan po ninyo kinuha? Saan ang galing yun?
I reviewed and evaluated all the paid payrolls pertaining to salaries, allowances, and other benefits received by the Honorable Chief Justice from 2002 up to 2011.
All right. Now, do you now swear under oath as to the correctness, accuracy, and truth of the entries appearing in this Exhibit 114 115, 116 up to 117.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you also swear as to the truth of the correctness of the figure reading 21,636,000 pesos, 781 pesos rather, and 45 centavos?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, a little earlier, or a couple of weeks before, we requested for the production of payrolls in your possession, more specifically those covering that of the Honorable Chief Justice Corona. Do you have them with you now?
I don't have the
Why?
data
Why?
with me.
Kindly
It's
tell
too
the
bi-
court.
It's too voluminous.
Lakas po ninyo. Madali.
Napakarami po ng paid payrolls para po madala namin sa ngayon.
Or in other words, if that is so, what does these figures appearing in Exhibit 114, 115, 116, and 17 represents or cover?
I reviewed and evaluated all the paid payrolls, Your Honor,
Meaning,
To-
sige po.
to certify as to correctness of the amount stated in this certification.
All right. Now, but the payrolls that you mentioned, which is rather voluminous and too cumbersome to be brought before this court, in whose possession are they?
In my possession, Your Honor,
And your possession dates back from when up to when?
from the time I joined the court up to present,
Meaning from what year up to what year?
from 1973 up to present.
Now, in your examination of the entries appearing in these payrolls, which you mentioned a while ago, were you at any time assisted by any of your employee in your division?
No, Your Honor.
Meaning you did it alone?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alright. Ano po yung ibang figure? Ano pa yung isa? Ha? Oo. Sandin yun, sandin yun. Now, in the introduction, or during the introduction of the evidence for the prosecution, mention had been made that there had been no, ano tawag doon? No alpha list covering the Chief Justice from the year 2002, 2003, 2004, up to 2005. My question to you now is, do you have disclaimed ano tawag doon? Alpha list in your possession now?
Objection, Your Honor. Witness would be incompetent. She enumerated all her duties and functions, and the alpha list or taking care or supervising the reporting of such alpha list was not one of the duties which she mentioned.
Are you in possession of the alpha list, Madam, of the Supreme Court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Or you have anything to do with its preparation?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
In fact,
Let the witness answer.
In fact, it is mentioned as one of her functions, Your Honor. Now, do you have them with you now? I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor.
Will you kindly bring it out for the information and examination by the Honorable Court? Witness witness handling to this representation, Your Honor. The alleged filed copies. Alin po ba ito?
Yes,
Okay,
Your
susunod. Sige
Honor.
po.
The certified Xerox copies of the alpha list from 2002 up to 2005.
Can you dispense with this?
No, Your Honor.
No, we will just request, Your Honor, that we be permitted to have them marked and make the substitution later, because these are copies which form parts of the official record of the Supreme Court, Your Honor. But in the meanwhile, to gain time, we will just mark them.
Would there be any objection on the part of the prosecution to have those copies copied?
We have no objection to having those documents reproduced. We would like a copy, Your Honor, for purposes of our cross-examination.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll give you a copy as of
Yes.
today, Your Honor. Our only purpose is to preserve this as part of the records, official records of the Honorable Supreme
Yes.
Court, Your Honor.
So,
Now-
proceed.
Now, how about for 2003? Do you have it with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Witness handing over to this representation, Your Honor, the 200 BIR year-end report on compensation. How about 2004? Witness handling, Your Honor, to this representation, the 2004 BIR year-end report.
Just a minute. Para malinaw bilang witness, sabihin mo lang kung pag sinabi yung taon, kung meron o wala. Para kompletong record natin.
Yung pong 2005, meron ho ba?
Meron
Wala?
po.
Meron po. Alright.
2005.
Witness handing to this representation, Your Honor, the 2005 BIR year-end report on compensation. Now, we request, Your Honor, that these documents identified by the witness in today's proceedings, Your Honor, be marked as follows. First, the 180 na. The 2002 BIR year-end report be marked as Exhibit 118, Your Honor,
Mark it accordingly.
which consists of made up of 5 pages. The BIR year-end report, Your Honor, dated 2003 on compensation, consisting likewise of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages, be marked as Exhibit 119.
Mark it
The-
accordingly.
2004 year-end report on compensation consisting of likewise several pages, Your Honor, be marked as exhibit. Ano yan? 120 na? Alright. And
Mark it
the
accordingly.
BIR 2005 year-end report identified by the witness consisting of ilan ba to? 6 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 pages be marked as exhibit. Now, will you kindly tell the...
Mark as what?
Pray for. Mark, inarkana. Okay.
What exhibit is that?
These are from exhibits 118 up to 120, Your Honor. We have taken the liberty of earlier marking them for convenience, Your
All
Honor.
right, mark them accordingly.
And we are adopting the same markings, Your Honor, for identification purposes. 118 to 121. Now, kindly go over this stamp mark appearing at the right-hand margin of this exhibit, page 2 of exhibit 118. Will you, and which is accompanied by a signature appearing over the typewritten name Araceli C. Bayuga, January 31, 2003, and tell the Honorable Court what is that stamp mark there?
It was duly received by the Bureau of Internal Revenue.
Witness referring to the stamp mark, pakibasa po ninyo for the records.
Revenue, Region Number 6, Revenue District Number 33, Intramuros, Malate, Ermita area. Received January 31, 2003.
Thank you. Now, likewise, may I be allowed to direct your attention to a rubber stamp impression appearing on the second page of this exhibit 119, Your Honor. Bearing the date January 30, 2004. Kindly go over it and tell us how that happened to be there. if you know.
For 2003, our ALPA list was received by the Bureau of Internal Revenue, Region Number 6, Revenue District Number 33, Intramuros, Manila, received on January 30, 2004.
Thank you. Now, likewise, may I be allowed to direct your attention to a rubber stamp impression appearing on the second page of Exhibit 120, bearing, ano yung date ko? January 28, 2005. Or kindly go over the same, examine it, and tell the Honorable Court how that rubber stamp impression happened to be there, if you know.
For 2004, our ALPA list was received by the Bureau of Internal Revenue, Region Number 6, Revenue District Number 33, Intramuros, Malate, Ermita Port Area, dated January 28, 2005.
Thank you. Now, likewise, may I be permitted to direct your attention to another rubber stamp impression appearing on the second page of Exhibit 121, dated January 30, 2006. Kindly go over the same. Tell the Honorable Court if you know how that rubber stamp impression happened to be there.
For 2005, ALPA list of the Supreme Court, it was received by the Bureau of Internal Revenue, Region Number 6, Revenue District Number 33, Intramuros, Malati, Ermita Port Area, dated January 30, 2006.
Now, you mentioned that all this rubber stamp impression belongs to the BIR?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you know that?
I was the one who...
Sabihin po ninyo malakas.
I was the one who brought the ALPA list to the Bureau of Internal Revenue.
Now, why is it necessary that they be brought to the BIR? Bakit po kinailangan dalhin niya sa BIR?
Under revenue regulations, we have to submit the annual ALPA list wherein the names of the official employees of the court and from whom taxes were withheld were stated.
Now, total amount na markahan na.
Ginang witness, yan bang alpha list ang withholding tax ng mga empleyado ng Korte Suprema?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pati ang mga magistrado?
Including the honorable justices and officials of the court.
Lahat ng opisyales at empleyado ng Korte Suprema?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sorry.
That will be all with the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, prosecution, cross-examination.
Your Honor, may we request that we be allowed to go over the documents and conduct our cross-examination tomorrow? This is the first time that we're seeing these documents, and they are fine lines, sir.
Motion granted.
No objection, Your Honor.
Granted.
We will just request that we have this Xerox copy, Your Honor, so we can retain the original. Your
Yes.
Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
May the prosecution, Your Honor, be permitted to make a manifestation.
Proceed.
Actually, Your Honor, this is already day 28 of the trial. And along the days that we have been conducting hearing, certain procedures have already been set up. And insofar as the marking of the documentary evidence is concerned, it has been the order of the presiding officer that the pre-marking should be made in the morning in order not to waste the time of the Honorable Court. And therefore, we appeal to the defense that insofar as the other documentary evidence to be presented by them, we suggest that what has been the mandate of this court be observed. After all, that was the procedure which we followed, and we expect also that defense would comply in the same manner that we did in the course of the presentation of our documentary evidence.
All right.
We have may we be allowed to make a
Do
comment?
you have any further statement?
Well, actually, this rule is actually embodied in the records of the proceedings, Your Honor.
Yes, we understand that.
Your Honor, please. The purpose, we were made to understand that the purpose behind this rule, Your Honor, is to expedite. So notwithstanding the fact that the witness was seen by us only this afternoon, we have arrogated unto ourselves the marking so that we can move on expeditiously. And there is no diminution of the time allowed to the prosecution, Your Honor. I do not see any reason how they could have been prejudiced.
That's
But
correct.
we will do that if we have time.
Just a brief rejoinder, Your Honor.
Yes, please.
Well, aside from the employee of the Supreme Court, the defense also requests for the issuance of subpoena insofar as the city assessor of Taguig is concerned. The city assessor was present as early as 10 o'clock in the morning. The counsel for the prosecution was also present. Unfortunately, no marking of the documentary evidence subpoena was made
What is
on
your,
account of the absence or non-presence of the defense counsel.
what is your point of? I do not understand.
Well, my manifestation is very simple. A request for...
Are you, wait a minute. The city assessor of Taguig was subpoenaed upon the request of the prosecution.
Upon the request of the defense, Your Honor.
Well, we do not know whether they want to present him, this city
Anyway.
assessor or not. So let's wait until they present the city
The presumption of the prosecution, Your Honor, is that as long as a request for subpoena was made by the defense, our presumption is that the person subpoenaed, together with the documents, will be presented.
That's correct, but we cannot control their presentation of their evidence. They may change their mind not to present him.
We submit, Your Honor.
Okay, let's not quibble about this minor details. This will not affect your case either way. So proceed.
Your Honor, please, they are requesting for a deferment of the cross-examination, Your Honor, allegedly to be able to examine the documents identified. We have no objection, Your Honor.
Yeah, we already wrote that we allow them to make their cross-examination tomorrow.
Okay then.
Do you have another witness?
Okay then, Your Honor,
counsel?
may we request that the witness on the stand, Mrs. Bayoga, be temporarily excused?
Madam
discharged.
Witness, you're temporarily discharged. Please
Babalik
come
po
back
kayo
to
bukas.
come back to this court tomorrow at
Bukas
2
po.
o'clock in the afternoon.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ano na? Sino? Okay. If it will not be asking too much, Your Honor, may we request only 1 minute extension, Senate minute, Your
One
Honor.
long minute suspension.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Arzi-
Wala pa po yung witness, sir.
Wala pa. Wala pa.
Mr. President, we're ready to resume.
Trial resumed. Proceed.
Mr. Demetrio.
Who is your next witness? Please put him on the witness stand.